Hello there, I'm happy to present Practical's lathe control system. When powered on, we enter the main manual work screen. On this screen we see this area. This is the spindle area. This area shows the axes, X and Z positions. Here you can choose to use a joystick or hand wheel. This area shows limits for all directions, right, left and diameter measurements. Below we have the function area. We'll enter the menu to select functions, which will appear here. On the left we see machine status, menu, tool change, coolant pump and help buttons. The menu has a return to manual mode option. Motion functions. We have diagonal movement along Z and X axes. Threading functions include normal, multi-start, thread repair, and conical threading. All thread types can be internal or external, left or right-handed. Of course, left internal threading is possible for all types. We also have the option to edit a custom profile and engrave it. Additionally, we can choose the machine's language. Now let's go over some of the functions. For example, diagonal motion along the Z-axis. This is a simple function. I just enter the angle, say 30 degrees, and when activated, both axes combine at that angle. For threading functions, let's say I want to do simple right external threading. I need to input a few basic parameters: start point, pitch, and thread length, outer and inner diameters. If I'm confused about these parameters, I have help screens available. There are tables for metric, inch, and fine inch threading. Enter parameters, press start, and it threads automatically. Let's look at the profile function. In the style profile, editing is done using a list of points. Each profile is essentially made up of a list of points. I edit the point here and see how the profile is built there. Let's build a simple profile starting at 0 diameter and Z-axis length, then moving to, say, a 20 mm diameter. I started from 0 to 20, adding another point, moving left about 10 millimeters. First point, second point, now I'm here. Now I can add a radius too. Add a point, diameter 30 minus 15. Now I want to move in a radius, not straight. Adding a 5 millimeter radius, got it. I can change direction as well. I can also round off corners. At point 2, I'll make a small chamfer. Rounding a corner, setting its value, done. After drawing the profile, I press V for the execution screen. Profile screen has rough, restricted, and finish cuts. Let's start with the rough cut. I input an offset for the finish, pass, say 1 millimeter. See how it's offset from my initial drawing. I set the starting diameter like 30 millimeters. How deep each pass, let's say 3 millimeters. If I want to engrave right to left or left to right, like making a ball, I start rough on the right, move left, then finish it all. And if I want to engrave along the Z-axis or X-axis, let's demonstrate some engraving. I'm resetting the knife. Let's say this is the value. I'm moving it just to illustrate. Here's our knife. We set a 30-degree radius, and we can see the knife here too. When we start, we'll see a simulation of the knife in action. After the rough engraving, we move on to the finish engraving. Here are finish optimized parameters, including X and Z axis offsets for precision and offset. Of course, here I can also go right to left or left to right. Every screen has a help button with relevant info for that screen. Good luck.